Born and raised small town, Long Island, New York. I've been down here 3 years now. Moved down here because my fiance and I wanted to give another place a shot. We're a quick hour-and-a-half flight right into a small airport on Long Island. My first experience buying a home was a huge learning curve. Everything I learned, I'd love to help friends and family in the future when it's their time to buy, whether here in New York or elsewhere.
So you got your license. We linked up because of a mutual partner, and he recommended you to take a look at what I got going on with Coastal Collective Group.
Good friend of mine I met down here when I first moved down here. When I was looking into real estate, I was bouncing a lot off him because he's also played with the idea, if you go through with it, I'll help you out. I'll help you find somebody and introduce me to you. We've been together now for 7-8 months.
Last summer, we met at Rivertown Public House in Mount Pleasant. I just got off the boat, rolled in with a hoodie. I'm like, hey, this is what I got going on. This is my vision. I'm not a massive brokerage, but we lead by core values. We take care of our clients, put them first, and deliver on our promises. Since then, Colin's worked with many clients. You and I just closed a deal for an investment client. What has your experience in real estate been so far?
It's been great, getting exposure to different areas. One was in North Charleston, one under contract in Somerville. I have another referral client in Mount Pleasant or James Island, depending on the price point and proximity to Coast Guard Station. Trying to get a feel for different areas in Charleston has been great so far.
And your clientele has primarily been folks out of state moving here, correct?
Correct.
People trust us from far away. The word of mouth really helps. Most of our referrals are word of mouth because people who experience the way we run the deal, we don't apply pressure. As soon as they're ready, we jump in. Yep. And I know you have a ton of corporate experience in negotiations, really sharp, organized. And that's really all a client could ask for, someone who can negotiate on their behalf, be their fiduciary, mouthpiece behind the scenes, because the client doesn't see everything. The client sees very little of what we do. They have to trust the agent and the team. The key difference here, I'll compare. A lot of agents will apply pressure. They'll say they have amazing communication skills, but they come across very pressury. What you want is an agent and a team who responds quickly to your questions, inquiries, when you need help, recommendations, when you're trying to find the home. You're given the information you need, but you're not pushed into it.
Absolutely. And that's one of the biggest things I tell my clients. I'm here as a resource. The decision is yours. I pressure you. My clients have said, I give you a recommendation. It is your decision.
Yeah. If folks are scared to get into the market, there's only so much you could tell them.
Right.
Then again, you're going to enter that pressure vibe.
Agreed. It's a fine line. You have to learn to walk it. It takes time.
If the value's there, if they want to take the risk, everything's a risk. Moving your money is a risk. But real estate, I love doing real estate in Charleston.
10 to 15 years ago, Charleston was a hidden gem. Now, because of COVID and work remote from the Northeast, Ohio, and the West Coast, it's no longer a hidden gem. People are here to stay. Travel and Leisure named Charleston the #1 city in the country.
How many years in a row?
Multiple.
Like 12 or something crazy.
I forget how many, but it was multiple.
So that threw us on the radar across the nation. We work with support elements overseas, and they even know Charleston, South Carolina. So What is your take on Charleston since you've been here, living here as a resident, living and working here, working in the city? You've moved here 3 years ago. Now you're selling real estate here. Just tell me a little bit about your love of the city.
I think it has so much to offer. Whether you're a history buff, there's a lot of history here. Whether you love the beaches, some of the best in the country. Food and drink, endless options.
We could do a rooftop tour for a week.
And you wouldn't hit every one. Golf experience if you like golfing. Boating, fishing if you like boating and fishing. The list keeps going. I think the world is your oyster when you're here.
And speaking of oysters.
The oysters are good.
But yeah, you hit some great ones. We have great schools, amazing parks. The young, energetic vibe of the city. The Cooper River Bridge run attracts about 40 to 50,000 people a year.
It's the third biggest 10K in the country.
I think we have around 40 to 50 different 5Ks, 10Ks, half marathons, triathlons, mud runs, holiday trots, whatever you want, turkey trot, whatever. All those. We have like 50, and it's growing because we have such a fit, vibrant community. Every state has a bad rap, even South Carolina. But I'm telling you right now, you want to love everybody from every state, Check out Charleston, the best move here. People who have a lot of energy, love life, and are positive. So what are some hobbies that you love to do in Charleston?
Well, since I just bought my house, a lot of my time is doing home improvements. But other than that, one of my favorite things to do is play golf. One of the best golf courses in the country is in Kiowa. I haven't had the opportunity to play the Ocean Course yet, but it's on my list. Right here, we have two off 41 in Rivertown and Dunes West, and up 17, Charleston National. Go up 17 a little bit more, join a private club, Bulls Bay. Daniel Island Club has two 18-hole courses, and you can keep going towards Savannah.
Yep. You got Patriots Point, Sneed Farm, Wild Dunes.
Yeah. And then you get up to James Island, Country Club of Charleston.
Mm-hmm.
Johns Island, Briars Creek is extremely exclusive on Johns Island. Seabrook, Kiowa has over 5 or 6 courses.
Seabrook's got 2. South Carolina has the most golf courses of any state. In Myrtle Beach, you're stepping over golf courses to get to the next one. The guys trip we do every year, we get a house with many bedrooms and bathrooms and then drive to the course every morning. It's amazing. If you're a gun enthusiast, there are gun ranges up here. They now all have range safety officers, which is great because some of them used to not. Yeah.
It was the Wild West out there.
And being a Marine, safety is very important to me. Now they're all range safety officers. It's a great experience to go out with your family, learn how to handle a pistol or rifle. There's the Francis Marion Forest close by. Tell me about where you're going in real estate. What do you want to achieve this year? What you're looking forward to in the real estate market, looking ahead?
My biggest thing is just trying to build my book of business. A lot of my sphere of influence is still in the Northeast. Where I'm from, I've only been here a couple years. As I build my business, my sphere of influence grows, and my entire business grows. We don't talk about it enough, but as a realtor, you run your own business. It's my responsibility to sell myself to clients.
It's very true. As you continue, word of mouth will build that book of business. And that's what we focus on, because I think the one thing that we really can control, you can't control who wants to buy or sell. It's a big decision. You can control how you perform when they come to you. From there, people will talk. We put our effort into performance. We want to wow you. We want raving fans. So as you close deals, people are going to say, hey, check out Colin. Personally, if I was doing a deal, I would absolutely want you on the deal.
I appreciate that.
And I mean that. I wouldn't want anybody on the team who I couldn't say that about. The market's shifting. What do you see happening in the short term? We got a new president. We're past COVID. What do you see happening in the next year?
It's going to be an interesting market over the next 12 to 18 months. Rates have started to come down a little bit. With everything outside of our control, do rates continue to drop? Do they stay level? Do they increase before they come down? Those are the things that, if I had a crystal ball, we'd all be rich. We don't. So we tell clients, do what's right for you, and the market will follow. It's more about time in the market than timing the market. It's very, very, very hard to time the market.
Yeah.
And if you did, congratulations. You hit a blind target. There's no way you knew it happened. Nobody knew the real estate market would explode in COVID. It was actually the opposite. People thought we're going to lose their jobs and we were going to see 08, 09 again. We're always a resource for our clients. When you're ready, I'm ready.
How are you selling your home? There's margins on both sides to maximize value. Are you maximizing the sale price in your market, how you stay? And then how are you buying? Stop looking at the interest rate to save dollars and cents here and there and waiting on something that may never happen. Look at how you're selling and how you're buying. Who's consulting you through that process? Using the same agent to sell and buy is the best thing. You're looking at one plan,
right?
And it just all makes sense. Let's say your friends or family move from New York to Charleston. Because unless you have a great agent in New York, let me help vet someone in New York and bring them into the deal. You're working hand in hand. There's 2 agents, but you're working together for the move. It's difficult if you're not doing it that way. We're incentivized, full disclosure, we are incentivized to work diligently on your behalf. Number one, because you're our client. We want to make sure you have an amazing experience in Charleston. If we're helping with your deal in New York or wherever, we're getting a part of that commission. You got to look at incentive for everything. The incentive for us is to be even more involved. We would be involved anyway if we were getting nothing, because you have to know what's going on with the sale of your home in another state. But we're attached to that deal even more now. The incentive for everyone to work together, specifically, you're going to land here in Charleston.
Yeah, I agree. One of the biggest things in real estate when you sell yourself to clients is word of mouth. We can't go into any deal, half-ass it, because we lose out on business. We have to perform our best on every deal to keep our business growing.
What would you tell anybody listening if they're on the fence about contacting an agent and they feel like they're being annoying or they just don't know how to do it?
The biggest thing is take the phone call, send the email, send the text. It's just a communication. You can always step back, forward, but to make the first contact. I was in touch with my clients under contract in Somerville. Repair request is just updating them on done over the last couple of days. The seller, they said, I know this is far in advance because they're not closing for another month, but what do we do about utilities? I go, why do you think you're being a bother? It's part of my job. It shows me that you're on top of it. I'm not bothered. I'm happy to answer.
It doesn't bother us when texts or calls come in because we know you're engaged. It's a two-way thing. We both need to be engaged. When you're under contract or before you're under contract, we're feeding you the plan. This is what's next. This is what to expect several days before closing, day of closing, a month before closing, as soon as you go under contract, after due diligence. This is what you need to do. Call this person. This is what you'll pay for inspections. You'll have a million questions and we need you to ask us. That's a huge point to drive home.
People talk about the 3 L's in real estate: location, location, location. The relationship between an agent and a buyer or seller is communicate, communicate, communicate. You can never over communicate. The more we know, the better off we'll be.
Clients have turned into family, friends, and repeat clients, great sources of referrals. They listened when I said call, text, DM, any form of communication, any time of the day. There's no limits. You're buying a house. You're selling a house. They've taken that step and become vulnerable, opening to ask questions and contact us. It's the best experience for you and us. What are some ways people can contact you?
I'm available any form of communication: social media, email, text, phone call. Call me. I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
If I'm a client, I text you, hey, Colin, I saw a post on Instagram. I resonate with your vibe and I trust you. Tell me more about real estate in Mount Pleasant. Can I get into the market there for under $500,000? What do you do next?
For me, it's gathering more information and asking questions back. I can't answer accurately without more information. What type of property? How big? How many beds? How many baths? The more you pull out of them, the better resource I can be.
What would you ask me back?
What type of property? How big specific area in Mount Pleasant, North, South Mount Pleasant, fixer-upper or turnkey?
What's a primary piece of criteria? Price point is number one. What's the next biggest thing people ask you?
After that, it's location. Depending on your location, your price point might be higher or lower. What type of home? You're looking for a townhome, condo, single family, duplex, and grow the criteria from there.
It's simple. Sometimes people don't, and there are questions beyond that we ask that maybe they're not thinking about. A good way to do this is, if you don't want heavy communication, we don't force that on you. But if you contact Colin, text him and say, hey, I'm interested within the next 6 months to 2 years. Right now, I'm in the $1 million range or whatever your price point is. We have clients up in the 5 million range. We work with them all. Just contact us. Say, our timeline is far out, but we want to see what's out there. We see Zillow. We don't know how accurate it is. Can we put together some kind of search? Colin collects criteria, get your email, and ask how often you want an email. Instead of blasting you every day, you won't be put on a subscription list unless you ask if you want Charleston hotspots and stats. We can send those as well, but if you don't want them, we don't send them. You'd get an email with fresh listings to look through at your leisure over a coffee Saturday morning, and then you ping Colin if you have a question. That's the vibe. You start getting more interested in learning about the market. Colin allows time to learn side by side with him. It starts getting fun, and you get more detailed questions.
You took the words out of my mouth. Somebody who's going to say 6 months to 2 years. Let's start looking at specific areas, because then me as the agent and you, if we set you up on that search, you get to learn the market's trending up, down, flat. We learn it together. When it's time to buy, we have more knowledge and can put the best offer on the table.
Before that, it's a guess. You have no idea how the market is trending. Then you can start making educated guesses. Once you see it not move for a year, you're like, let's buy, let's sell. I'm done waiting. That's what most people find. They plug them with us. We don't push. We educate. We give visibility to the market. They're ready to go. Let's dial down the search, shrink the budget range, location range, tighten up bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, get a small list, active listings. We'll meet once a week, pick up the tempo, start doing tours and put in some offers. So it's exciting. You're educated, formed a good relationship with Colin or any agent on the team, and you're ready. When you put that offer in, we have due diligence. The lose is a termination fee. If something crazy happens, like the house has rats, we wouldn't let you go under contract with something like that. Due diligence is the next grace period.
You have the right to look at the house from a different lens because you've gotten an inspection done. Get to, is this really right for us?
When you tour the house, you're walking through the bedrooms, you're
getting a feel for the
You're
layout, seeing yourself in the home.
It could work. It's got the right everything for me. Now, let's get somebody in there to crawl into every space, take out infrared tools to look through the walls. If there is something crazy or you don't agree on repairs with the seller, terminate the contract. Even when you're under contract, you can still get out.
You can get out until the day before you close. There's higher penalties when you wait that long.
What are the penalties if you go past due diligence?
Depends on how much earnest money you put in. Then you risk losing your earnest money.
And the earnest money could be depending on the property, price point of the property, anywhere from a couple grand to
tens of thousands. If you're looking in the multi-million-dollar range,
definitely 5 figures.
it could be as low as $1,500.
It depends on the seller and what they allow you to put down. I appreciate you coming in. I want people to find you. So you are on Instagram,
Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, email, cell phone.
We'll put your information in the description. And please, if you see this and you see short form videos that come out, you'll end up loving this guy. He's an awesome realtor, a great man. I trust him. So shoot him a text. Even if you own a home and have a question about it, one day you'll get a question from a friend or family about an agent in Charleston, and you'll have a good relationship with one. Colin, I appreciate you. Looking forward to growing with you, seeing you continue to close deals and impress clients.
Thanks for having me.
We'll do it again.
Definitely.